Okay, guys, a very good morning to one and all. Bhavanshu Arora this side from UPS CSI. I hope you all are able to hear me and view my. Okay, can I get a confirmation in the chat box? So, guys, am I audible to you? And are you able to view me? Okay, cool. As I'm audible, so let's begin. First of all, I would like to welcome Mr. Abhishek Sansanwal, and yeah, so we should start. So UPS CSI Student Chapter has been working continuously for the past decade to benefit students by providing a platform to learn and grow. Today, it gives us immense pleasure to welcome Mr. Abhishek Sansanwal, founder and CEO of Verved, for our LinkedIn profile building workshop. He is a two times TEDx speaker and international award winner titled Top 50 Tech Leaders and recipient of Asia's Asia One's 40 under 40 most influential Indians. Sir has been working relentlessly for the past few years in the field of development. LinkedIn is an important platform nowadays. A well-written LinkedIn profile will give us credibility and will establish you as a trustworthy potential employee. Now I would like Sir to take over the session and impart knowledge to the students.
Wait, hang on. Hey guys, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible now. I'll just pass on to you.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I was just getting a can of Red Bull, so it took some time. I'm sorry about that. But okay, start करते हैं. Hang on, I'll just share my screen. I've got a presentation. Just give me 1 second. Share screen. Yep, there you go. Okay, so yeah, I guess I hope you guys can see the screen. So let's begin. We'll talk about LinkedIn. How do you build your LinkedIn profile? Okay, it's one of the most, if not the most important, but it's a really important topic for especially for people that are in tech, because most of the opportunities you find on LinkedIn. Though you can find on Twitter too, but LinkedIn is like your holy place for tech people. So yeah, let's begin. This is going to be the flow of the this session. First, I'll share with you my LinkedIn profile, and I'll talk everything about LinkedIn from my LinkedIn profile's perspective, so that you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, we'll cover all different aspects, and I'll also give you guys two tips which you won't find anywhere else, right? So you can use those two tips or hacks, you can call them, to really set your profile apart. Right, and after that, I guess if we'll have time, like 15-20 minutes, then what we can do is you guys can share your LinkedIn profiles and I'll review it live. Like, I'll give you guys some tips. Just share your LinkedIn URLs in the chat, and yeah, so that's how we'll do it. And in the end, we can do a Q&A. So pretty self-explanatory what that's going to be about. So yeah, a little bit about me. You already heard, so I won't take much time, but you can read if you missed anything. I'm founder and CEO at Verved, which is a tech company. I'm a two times TEDx speaker. I won a few awards. I was Google Venkat Scholar of 1920 cohort, and I worked in GSOC in 2019. Plus, I make YouTube videos. So that's roughly about me. Okay, now I guess we can begin with the session. So I'll actually have to share with you another tab. So give me 1 more second, and yeah, I'll share my LinkedIn profile with you, and we'll begin right away. Okay, so there we go. Can you guys see the screen? All right. So there you go. This is my LinkedIn profile. We'll begin right at the top. Okay. Right at the top, we'll cover all the A to Z's of LinkedIn. So first, when you make a profile, you have like on the top, you have the your photograph and the cover art. So it will make sense that your photograph should be LinkedIn friendly. I've seen a lot of students put their Facebook or Insta selfies to LinkedIn. Please don't do that. I mean, if you want to do it, but it's not that cool because it's LinkedIn. So you're meant to add a professional photograph. So you can add something like mine. Though it's a bit weird, but it will do. And in cover art, you can really add anything, your school or anything, whatever you want to add, but make sure it looks professional. Um, and then comes the most important part of LinkedIn. Okay, why this is most important is because as you can see here, look, software development engineer at Amazon, and then we have software engineer at Microsoft. So this is the line that everyone sees for the first time when they come across your profile, right? So it's really important that you put your best in the headline, in your headline or tagline, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's about it. Okay, after that, the most important thing, actually, let's just go in the flow of the profile. So you've added a good photograph that's LinkedIn friendly. After that, you've added a good cover that actually portrays the best of you or what you do. And then you have the about section. Okay, a lot of people ignore this section, but I think it's a good place to really express yourself in your own words, because everyone can go ahead and see where you study, what kind of work you've done. But about section, it is personal to you, right? I used to recommend people that you keep it in third person, like I have, because I've seen a lot of people write their about section in third person, but you can write it in first person, second person, doesn't matter. I mean, first person or third person, it doesn't really matter. Okay. But yeah, mention something here, something about you, something that's not anywhere else, or even if it is, that's okay. Repetition is all right. Also, make sure you don't use the terms like, oh wait, what is it? Yeah, machine learning enthusiast and all those terms. Like, please put that in the past. Don't use it anymore. It's just starting to look a little weird. Like whenever I see machine learning enthusiast, AI enthusiast, like don't put that. Okay, you have to show what you're doing in the field. You can't just say that you're excited about this particular technology. All right. Next we covered about section. Featured, you probably know, like features the, and you can put here any post that you want to show, that you want people to see when they visit your profile. So you can add anything if you are a consistent content creator on LinkedIn. And then if we come down to experience, now this is important. So you guys listen carefully. In experience, you have to mention all the internships or any sort of work experience you have, right? It could be internship, it could be any part-time job you did, any full-time job you did, even any freelance work you did. Feel free to add it here. And I guess the most important part is that you mention these bulletin points. Okay, I mean, don't write paragraphs. Like no one wants to read stories on LinkedIn. Like if it is clear, like look this. Verb is a develop application development firm, created Verblet program, valued at this, and designed something. Now, guys, bear in mind that my LinkedIn profile is not updated. I don't even remember when I last updated my profile, so it will look totally blank and kind of weird. But bear with me. Yeah, so I hope that makes sense. Make sure you add bulletin points and also make sure that you are mentioning something that portrays impact. Okay, so what I mean by that is like in Google Summer of Code, I worked with Amahi, as you can see. Here, I should add some figures or some numbers. Like I wrote 3,000 plus lines of code. I introduced 7 new features. So mention those types of things in the details of the experience. Okay, Again, no one wants to read stories. No one will go ahead and read stories. So if it's in bulletin points, then it's the best. All right. I think that makes sense. And let's scroll down. Yeah, also some common things, some common mistakes that I see students make is that they forget the basic rules of English. Like one, don't make any grammatical mistakes. I mean, you're in college, so please don't make those mistakes. Also, make sure that you're mentioning the roles properly. What I mean by that is like if I'm writing president, IOSD, MSIT, make sure the P is capital. Okay, the first letter is capital. These are really basic things, but a lot of times students ignore them. I don't know why, but keep it in mind. It will help you a lot. Okay, so when you added all the experiences, we'll move on to education. Now, in education, if you want, you can add your high school, like the grade 11, 12, your school, you can add it, but it's not advised. I mean, you don't want to add it because no one wants to know which school you went to, right? You're in college, people only care about your skills or what you're doing at college. But if you want to go ahead and add it, but the best thing would be to add your college, add your degree, add your whatever graduation year, and the CGPA or any societies you're a part of. Okay, again, as I said, my profile is not updated, so it's looking totally empty. But I want you guys to add the societies you're a part of, any research work you've done. You can add all of that here, okay? And your CGPA. Also, if your CGPA is like above 8, add it. If it's below 8, then just don't add it. I mean, no one cares, but if it's below 8, it doesn't look too good. So, avoid it if it's a little low. That's totally fine. And then I have added some nano degrees I did on Udacity. So if you have something like that, if you attended some boot camps or any other sort of education, you can add it here. Right. And then let's come to licenses and certifications. Now, here, if you want, you can add any certificates like those certificates you get from Coursera or Udemy. You can add them, but I wouldn't focus on this because a lot of even me, like I'm a student, right? I'm in final year right now. So when I was in first or second year, I used to be after certificates too, like doing different courses, attending different workshops just for the sake of certificates. But you'll understand it with time, certificates don't matter at all, and no one is even interested in knowing all of this because what is the proof of those certificates, right? They want to see the projects you've done, they want to see what's the result of those certificates. So the result is the experience. Like I learned all those skills, but then I did an internship in that field. So you have to make sure. But yeah, if you have any certificate that you would like to add, feel free to do so. Next, volunteer experience. In volunteer experience, you can add anything like if you worked with an NGO, if you've organized some event, or I mean, the events you can add in experience, but voluntary experience are more like where you did some unpaid work. I hope that's understandable. And again, bulletin points. Again, you have to highlight the figures and the numbers and the facts which portray impact, because that's the most important thing, even in resume. Right? I believe you all are in college, so even in resume, what you have to do is you have to mention in bulletin points things you've done, what are the facts, the figures, any numbers, and what was the impact. Like this is what people want to see. I'm closely, I'm Google Venkat Scholar, so I've attended a number of sessions by Google, and they always talk about in your resume it should throw a ray of impact. Okay, there should be lights of impact coming out of your resume. Like that's how it sets you apart from others. All right, and then skills and endorsements. You can add all the skills. You have to add all the skills, especially the relevant skills, the skills that are relevant to the current work that you do. Right. So I used to do iOS when I last updated my profile. So I've added Swift, I've added iOS development. So similarly, whatever field you're into, just add those here. Okay. Next, we can come to accomplishments. And yeah, there's a section of recommendations. they don't really matter. I mean, I have received tons of messages from students saying that, could you write me a recommendation? I mean, why? Like, it doesn't matter. Okay, no one is going to read your recommendation. And even if they do, it won't like set you apart from someone else. The most important thing is the experiences and the work that you've done. Okay, those are really the most important things in your profile. But yeah, if you do have recommendations, that is totally okay. But don't be, like, don't chase people to give you recommendations. It's good if you take recommendation from someone that you worked with, like genuinely worked with. If you did an internship somewhere, um then you can mention that here. If you can ask them for a recommendation. All right, other than that, next we have accomplishments. So accomplishments, you can mention the projects you've done. And in projects, again, you have to mention a description. It is really important because a lot of people just add their project title and the project dates, but they don't mention anything, what the project is about. So you have to mention that what the project is about. And also, it would be great if you can add the URL. Like if you click on C project on my profile, it will take you to the GitHub repository of this project. So make sure that you add those URLs so that people can actually go and see those projects. And yeah, that's it for projects. And in courses, again, any of the major courses you've done in your school curriculum, add them here. And then we have honors and awards. Again, my profile is not updated, so we'll ignore that. But you can mention any honors, any awards you've got right here. And as always, in bulletin points, you have to mention the description about that particular award. And then the languages, any languages you know. So that's pretty much it. Okay. LinkedIn is not any like rocket science or anything, but you should know how to use it well. Now, what I mean by that is once you've created your profile, that is perfect. But now next thing is to actually use LinkedIn, right? A lot of people are kind of making LinkedIn their Facebook profile, like they post anything they want to post. I won't mention any names, but even big influencers and people working at big companies, they're totally like trying to make it Facebook, but don't do it because any recruiter, they can see your activities right here. Okay, so don't post like useless stuff. Now, what I mean by useless, that's subjective, but like, you know what I'm saying, like anything that should not be on LinkedIn, just don't put it here. And other than that, feel free to share any certifications, any workshop you attended, any event you want to take part in, any internship that you just received an offer about. So all of that, you can add that. And now I'll give you two tips. Okay, two tips, everyone. So the first tip is your LinkedIn URL. If you go to 90% of people's profile, they have not customized their LinkedIn URL. And it is so important because it's 2020. It's about to be 2021 in a few months. And if you don't use a customized URL, like it just doesn't look good. Okay. I have had so many talks with recruiters abroad and in India. And they always say like the first thing that they look at is actually your LinkedIn profile URL. So it's really important. And now I'll show you how you can change it or customize it. So let me actually recall. It's been a while. I think you click on this edit button right here. Right, you click on this edit button and then you scroll down to this section, contact info. You click on edit, and then here you can edit your LinkedIn profile URL. Okay. Like I go by the handle name iSwiftShake on Instagram, Twitter, and everywhere. So that's what I've put. But you can add anything, a username, your own name. Like I could have added Abhishek Sansanmal, right? So anything like that. But do customize it, man. It looks good. Like when you're sharing a URL, it just looks good if it's customized. Now, that was the first tip. Second tip or second hack is this section, which you find on almost everyone's profile. And I'll show you what it is, right? Let me actually search my sister's profile. I bet she has the section too, which I'm talking about. Yeah, there you go. I love roasting my sister. But okay, so yeah, this is my sister's profile. Now, on the right, you can see people also viewed, like this section. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, I can see other people, like people that have viewed Sonam's profile, they've also viewed these guys' profile. And now just think of it this way: if I'm a recruiter, if I come on this page, right, if I arrive on this page, why would you want to show me a list of students, a list of people that are your competitors? You know, why would you show me like, hey, I'm into user experience research, maybe you want to check out these people and hire them? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, yeah, काफी नेक काम है, तुम recruiter का काम आसान कर रहे हो, but if you want to, I'll tell you how to remove this. And I in fact advise to remove this, so that when a recruiter comes to your profile, they are focused on just you and not the other people. Now on my profile, if you go to linkedin.com/in/iswiftshake, you will not find that section because I've removed it. By default, it is on. That is why a lot of people just, they don't even know about it. Like, they can't turn it off. They don't even care. But I'll tell you how to do it. This is people you may know section. This is different. This is, you get this on your profile too. But I'll show you how to remove the people also viewed section. So you click on this button right here, right? And then you click on settings and privacy. Now, when you go to settings and privacy, you click on account preferences, and then you scroll down a little bit, and here, viewers of this profile also viewed. Look at this thing right here, right? This is what I was talking about. So you can change it. By default, it is on, but you can turn it off. And once you turn it off, that section will go away, right? So this is something that I always recommend, because I like my recruiter to just focus on me when they are visiting my profile. And yeah, I guess that's all about LinkedIn. Now, what I would rather want to do is I would like to take questions from you guys, because I've covered everything that I want to share about LinkedIn, but you must have some particular questions in your mind. So feel free to ask any questions in just a minute. Let me, again, let me share the presentation. Let's go back to the presentation. Share screen, share screen. Where is it? Yeah, right there. Okay, I hope you can see the presentation. Yep. Yeah, so before moving on to reviewing your profiles and the Q&A, I would actually have like something for you guys, right? You're here attending this session. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to do a one-on-one personal mentorship, and it's going to be free of cost. And what basically you will get is, I will review your LinkedIn profile individually. I will help you with resume building, right? I'll tell you where to make your resume on. I'll give you the template that almost all people that get into FANG use, the FANG companies use. And we'll also have a 30 minutes call where you can ask me anything, like whatever you're doing, internship, work related, anything. You can ask me literally anything. So how do you enter it? Like, how do I even decide like how to pick random like 3 people? I don't want to be biased. I do this mentorship program like every month. So I remember once when I did this, I actually told people to comment why should I pick them, but I feel like that's a bit a biased thing to do, because a lot of people, they are not like totally open to really express themselves in words. So I think it's a bit biased towards people that are good at writing. So what I'll do is I randomly pick 3 people. All you have to do is first go to my YouTube channel and subscribe and turn on the post notifications. Okay, do this. And I want to do this. Why I'm doing this is because there's thousands, hundreds of webinars happening every single day. Okay, now I don't want to come here and just take a webinar and then go away and you guys go your own way. I want to stay connected. And I have so much good content on YouTube. So if we can actually share the URL in the chat, let me try. Give me 1 second. Yep, there you go. So there you go. The URL is in the chat. I've added it to the chat. Just click there, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. And once you've done that, just take a screenshot. Okay, it could be with your phone or on your laptop or PC. Take a screenshot and send it to me at iSwiftShake on Instagram. Okay, and from there I'll pick random 3 people. And also in a few days, like I guess in a week or two, we're going to be starting a full really active Discord channel. So everything, all information about that you'll get on Instagram. So make sure you follow these steps, and I'm so excited to work with 3 of you guys. All right, I wish I could work with more, but just the pandemic so it's gonna come back again. But now, without wasting any more time, let's dive into. Oh, and here's a screenshot of the last few videos that I uploaded. As you can see, we used to do weekly interviews of Flipkart, Salesforce, Google, Microsoft, Facebook interns, Apple intern. So you can watch all these videos. It's going to benefit you a lot. So make sure you do check out the channel. But okay, now I want to review your profiles. How much time do we have? Around half an hour. I guess we can review 5, 6 profiles because then it becomes a bit boring. Please repeat what to do after subscription. Okay, let me just go back again. So first you subscribe and turn on the post notifications so that you can get the notifications whenever I upload a new video, right? You take a screenshot of the subscribed and the notifications on page. You take a screenshot of it and you send it to me on Instagram at iSwiftShake. Or you can just look up Abhishek Sansanwal, you'll find it. Send me there, and then I'll pick 3 people at random, and give me 1 week. I'll contact back those 3 people. All right, let's move on, man. Let's move on. Okay, now I want you guys to send me your LinkedIn profile URLs. Just in the chat. I guess can we do it? Is that okay? Just send your LinkedIn profile URLs, and I'll actually go through your profile live right now and tell you any flaws or anything that you need to change. Because it's sort of like theory wala part ho gaya, ab practical karte hain. So just send me your LinkedIn URLs in the chat. Just copy paste your LinkedIn URL, and don't change anything. Like I know, like the things that I've told you now, you would like to first make those changes and then share the link. But don't. It's not really necessary. Just send as it is in the chat. Send your LinkedIn URL, and we'll review it right now. All right. We'll just wait for people to share the URLs. And after this, we'll actually do the Q&A. So that's going to be a really nice ending. We'll do a Q&A. At that point, you can ask me anything about LinkedIn or anything else that you want to know. Oh wait, guys. Can we actually share the URLs? Like, I'm not even sure if you can. You can, right? Okay. Let me just copy the URL. All right. I guess we are good. So the LinkedIn screen again. Right, I'll do that. And until then, please keep your LinkedIn URLs coming if you want me to review your profile right now live. Now I'll share the screen with you. All right, I'll share the screen. But it's all right. I mean, if you don't want to, if you don't want me to do it live right now, that's totally understandable. We can do it sometime later. But I just want to cover 2-3 profiles so that you guys just know everything, like everything we've talked about, so that you're good to go. All right, I'll share the screen. Give me 3 seconds, right? Okay, there you go. Okay, so starting off with the photograph. No, actually starting off with the URL itself. Like if you'd like to, customize it, remove those numbers at the end of the URL, right? Remove those numbers at the end and just customize it. And then the next thing is photograph. You have to add a LinkedIn friendly photograph here. And then the next thing is, okay, you've written student at this. That is totally cool. That is totally fine. But okay, you just started this year, I guess, 2020-24 batch. So that is okay. But once you do an internship or anything like that, make sure you add that. Okay. But this is all right for now. In education, you've added your school. Cool, that's cool. And yeah, I mean, like there's not much to review, but you keep in mind the points that we talked about today, right? Okay, and nice, that section is off. Awesome, it looks cool. It looks cool. Just keep in mind all the points that we talked about. You're just a fresher right now. You just entered college, so make sure that as you move forward, as you gain more experience, you keep those points in mind and keep updating your LinkedIn profile. And let me tell you guys, LinkedIn is a really, really great place for literally like any sort of internship. In fact, I advise that LinkedIn is the best place to find internships. Okay, it is the best place. I found so many opportunities on LinkedIn for me, for my company, and it's just a really good place. Okay, so that is why I advise that you keep your profile really updated to whatever you're doing. Now, I guess let's review another profile. Let's review another profile. I'll copy the link and I'll paste it right here. Okay. Opportunities. Okay, we'll talk about that, man. We'll talk about this. Share the question again, like when we arrive at Q&A. Again, cool, awesome photo, really good. Student at this. Guys, please give me something to review. Like if you have something I can review, then that would be really cool. But yeah, this looks good. And yeah, one thing that I see is like in this profile you've added Bachelor of Technology BTech. If I remember correctly, the last person just wrote BTech CSE, in that too in lowercase letters. Now it's a small thing, but these small things, like you have to be careful about them. Like right here it was written BTech CSE and all was in small letters, lowercase, I mean. So you take care of that. This is perfectly okay, man. Just to start doing your stuff, find your field of interest, and start working in it. And yeah, that's it. Okay, now I guess we can move on to the Q&A. Wait, does anyone else have any like LinkedIn profile that they would like me to review right now? Okay, actually, can I just ask how many of you are in first year? Because I sort of have this now. Just mention I am if you are in first year, or actually just mention your year if you're in first, second, third, one, two, three. Just write it in the chat. I should have done this right in the beginning, like try to understand which year you guys are from. So yeah, just write one, two, three, whichever year you're in. I just want to know what sort of people we have here today with us. I have a feeling that most of you are in first year. Okay, we have another URL. Let me copy paste it. Let me just copy paste it. Hang on. Right, first year. Yeah, so almost I guess everyone is in first year. That is so cool. That is so cool, guys. I mean, you're in first year and you're attending this session now. That is so cool. In first year, में यार काफी लोग they just like time निकालते हैं, and when it's second or third year and they see other people do some stuff, then they realize कि oh shit, we should have done something. So yeah, it's really cool that you guys are here. I really appreciate it. And okay, we have another URL. Let me open it up. First year. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Yeah, you haven't done anything much yet. Yeah, no, I understand now. Okay, so now we have a profile that has some things to add, so we can go through this profile right here. Starting off with the headline, this headline. I hope you will change it like after the webinar. Mention something more concrete, like these are just different fields, and you would like to add something else. Like if you have not done any internship yet or anything like that, then you can just write student at and then your college name. But other than that, like I see you have this experience thing here, public relations here at this, so you can add this actually. Like this will be more helpful than just mentioning the fields that you're working in. So I hope you'll change that. And then the about section, About section, I literally actually don't review anymore because I feel like it should give you the freedom actually to mention anything you want to write. So whatever you've written, I appreciate it. Like, good work, man, good work. Whatever you have to add, whatever you feel like adding, add it here, but keep it professional. That's all. And yeah, this looks good, man. This is perfect. This looks good. But one tip, please remove Microsoft Office. I mean, that's something that people mention who don't actually pursue any degrees. I'm like, hey, come on, man! Everyone knows Microsoft Office, so you can remove it. But other than that, amazing about section. And then again here, like your events community member, public relations specialist, mention what work you did. Okay, people want to know, the people that visit your profile, they want to know what you actually did in these particular like experiences you have. So make sure you add them in bulletin points, whatever work you did, what the outcome was, what the result was, what sort of impact you had. And then university, this is your school, I guess. Okay, head of sponsorship. Yeah, looks good. And again, like you've written this, contributed to this hackathon. Add like how you contributed, what your contributions were. Okay, and let me tell you guys, this is something like on the basis of this, the like the, what do you call it, like, yeah, the algorithms that actually shortlist your resume. And yeah, it is so true. Now lately hardly any company actually like review your resume. You have the algorithms and everything to do it for them, so they just shortlist your resume based on a number of things. And one of the things is certainly impact. Like, you should have a high percentage of LinkedIn. So for that, make sure you add something concrete to your resume and to your LinkedIn profile. Okay, right out. Sorry about that. I have not yet made my LinkedIn profile. Can you tell me when will be the correct time? Guys, if you're in first year, make it right now. Okay, make it right now. That's totally okay. I mean, it's not like you have to add everything today. Understand this. If you're in first year, you're probably just figuring out what to do, where to go, how to begin. So don't be afraid, and just add your photograph, add your name, mention student at this college, and actually take the advantage of LinkedIn in your first year. Start connecting with people. Like, if we go to the home screen or the home page, now as you can see, there's a lot of posts, man. There's so many opportunities, so many internships, so many different competitions and etc., like things like that. It's really good if you are active on LinkedIn compared to other social media, profiles. So yeah, and I guess someone asked about how to get internships through LinkedIn. Right now, we'll cover it. Okay, we'll cover it now. Don't take this live video down from YouTube. We'll be able to check. Yeah, I guess maybe it will be available to you guys. But if not, if like this session looks overwhelming, because I know like live sessions are a bit overwhelming. Sitting here for roughly like 1 hour, it does get exhausting. So what you can do is, I have a video on this. It's like 5 minutes video. I guess it goes by the title, to build a kick-ass LinkedIn profile. You'll find it on my YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out to just sort of get a review of whatever we talked about today. It's just a 5 minutes video. But all right, now let's talk about internships. How do you get internships on LinkedIn? Now let me tell you. Let me just go to jobs. Okay, there's this section of jobs. Click on it. Now, here you can actually search. Like, let's say you're in the field of. Actually, you can see here, right here. Now these are obviously like based on like my profile and search history. But like, let's talk about any one of them. Let's talk about this. You can actually search it like right here. If you want to look for iOS internship, then just write iOS intern and you search it. And look, you can find so many opportunities, right? And why I prefer LinkedIn over the other platforms, like the other internship platforms like Internshala or something like that. I mean, on LinkedIn you'll find all genuine internships, like all internships that are literally genuine. On Internshala, you'll find a lot of opportunities where they just want to do you a task. They want you to do a task, and then they'll just basically reject you. I don't understand how those guys work, but yeah, the best internships you can find them on LinkedIn. Even Google, Microsoft, Netflix, all these big companies, they post their internships on LinkedIn too. Okay, so you can clearly see it here. You can read about the company. You can see what kind of work you'll have to do and everything, and then you can choose to apply. And trust me, in fact, not only opportunities within India, you can get opportunities abroad too. Like a lot of companies on LinkedIn, they are willing to hire people from other countries as well. Okay, I got an internship opportunity. Yeah, that's why you see a lot of companies in France, because I got an internship opportunity there. It's a really good company, really good project. So yeah, make sure that you really take advantage of it. You can also mention the cities, like let's see, Android intern, right? Android intern, and you want to look in New Delhi, right? No matches found. Awesome. Let's just see Android. Oh, something is going on. Let's actually go back to the home screen and search it here. Okay, Android intern. Search it here, and then you click on jobs in the top bar. Let me show you how. Here, jobs, and yeah, there you go. See, you have all these opportunities, and you can go ahead, co-ops. You can check out these type of internships as well. And there's plenty of internships. Okay, and all these were like posted like 2 3 days, 1 week ago. We have a question. Should we post like everything we ever did during our call? I mean, um, should we post like? Do you mean like as in content? Should you post content like? Oh, okay. Should we post like everything we ever did? If you're asking about adding it to your profile, then yes, like everything you've done, just add it, because it's only gonna like um work on your profile. Like it's only gonna improve your profile. It's only gonna mitigate your profile. So you can add it, but if you're talking about the posts, then just maybe limit it. I mean, a lot of people like just post everything, whatever they want to put, from all their Facebook posts and everything. They put like literally every single thing on their LinkedIn. So I would advise, don't do that. But yeah, feel free to share any certificates, any internships you did, any opportunity you came across, any webinar you attended, or anything like that. Like the webinar you're attending today, if you'd like to add a LinkedIn post about it, go ahead and do it. But also, what I advise students is, if you are adding posts, make sure those posts are helpful. Now again, that is subjective. One thing that is helpful for one person might not be helpful for another person. But if you think it is helpful, if you consider it helpful, then maybe it will help even a single person, and that's success. Even if your work helps a single person. So let's say if you make a post about today's webinar, don't just write that you attended this webinar by Abhishek Sansanbal. You actually mention like what are the points you learned. A lot of people, they add certifications. Like, what's the point of it? What you should do is just mention what you learned from those courses. Right? Next question: how to build connections for someone who has just created? I mean, guys, see, one thing that you can do is to begin with, if you're new, follow people that are in your field. Follow people that are in your field. Why? Because if you follow people that, like, if you follow me, let's say, then you'll get posts by maybe people who are, like me, like they work in the same field as me, that are in the tech field. So what you can do is start by following your seniors. What you should not do is follow random people. I mean, everyone does it, right? Everyone does it. They go on a connection spree, like they send out hundreds of connections a single day. It's not meaningful. You have to make meaningful connections. So that's why just connect with your seniors, connect with people that you know, connect with influential in the tech community, and yeah, from there, just stick around, and eventually you will build a strong network on LinkedIn. And guys, I know it will sound cliche. Your network is your net worth, but trust me, from 3 4 years of experience meeting thousands of people around the world, I cannot like agree with this statement more. Your network is your net worth. Can we post the projects we made? Yeah, definitely. We talked about it, man. Like if you scroll down to the section of, I guess it was achievements, maybe. Yeah. So in achievements, there's projects. You can add your projects. You can add your research papers. You can add anything. Anything that's relevant to your profile, that's relevant to the job that you're going to be applying to. Like do some projects in college. Yeah. So I hope that makes sense. If do you guys have any other questions? If you have, then go ahead. It's been almost like 10 minutes left. We'll wind up the session. But if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. Let me actually share the the presentation again with you guys. I'll stop the screen share and I'll share the presentation right there. I guess, yeah, right there. Okay. Okay, we have some questions. How do you how to know what is mainly required these days or coming days so as to make our resume? Guys, okay, yeah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So it's basically like how do you find like what to do, what field to get into, what things to learn. Since you're in your first year, the one thing that I can tell you is explore as much as you can. When I was in first year, I literally spent thousands of rupees on several courses. I did machine learning, I did Android, I did things, and when you do all these different things, like you cannot know if Android development is for you until and unless you actually try it for yourself. You know, so that's why try different fields that interest you. Like I did Android, I did web, I did iOS, I did machine learning, I did all these different things. And then I was like, okay, iOS is one field that actually I enjoy and that I could, do all day long. So that's when I, further dived into the field. So that's how I would suggest. Don't think about what is hot in the society. Like machine learning is popping these days. I mean, these days it's kind of now normal, but like 1 2 years back, it was machine learning was all over the place. Everyone was getting into machine learning. So again, don't just go with the flow. Get into what's in the hype. Don't do it. Try it out. If you like it, pursue it. But if you don't, then just let it go. Try different things. And I always say it's not about knowing what you want to do. Keep this in mind. If you want to check out, you can check out my TEDx talks as well. They will help you a bit. So in my second TEDx talk, I talked about it's not about knowing what you want to do. It's about actually knowing what things you don't want to do. Because there are so many things in this world, man. You have to keep exploring to find out what your true passion is. And so it's better to just try things and eliminate the ones that you don't want to do, and then eventually you'll arrive at things that you actually enjoy doing. Okay. What else do we have? Um, Here we get internship for a particular project only for a particular period of time. I mean, dude, internships are same everywhere. Like companies post, they are about a project. They could be about multiple projects, and there is definitely a time frame. I mean, you can't do internship forever. 3 months, 6 months. And again, like since we're talking about internships, I would advise you guys to not go for internships that are more than 3 or maximum of 4 months. Okay. Like don't go with 6 month or 12-month internships, because you want to do as much as you can. You want to work with as many people as you can. You want to gain as much experience as you can. You want to work on as many different types of projects as you can. So that's why go ahead and do short-term internships so that you have a variety of experience. Okay. Should I create a LinkedIn profile even if I have nothing to show currently? If you want, you can do it. As I said, start building your network. You will come across opportunities. You will come across mentors who actually say that, even I don't know, maybe a few months back, I posted on LinkedIn, like, I'm doing this mentorship program. I post about my YouTube videos. I post about things that I do. So if you really follow the right people, you will benefit a lot from LinkedIn, even if you don't have anything on your profile yet. You know, will we be able to adjust both studies and our internships and our studies? Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting because when I completed my second year, I had done 10 internships by the end of my second year. So if I say that no, you cannot balance, that would be a total lie to what I believe in or to what I did. I mean, you have to balance them, okay? And you do have to focus on your studies. Try to maintain a good GPA. I'm not saying that GPA matters, okay? I know so many people who got 50 lakh per annum packages and no one ever asked them what school you studied from, what's your GPA. But again, maybe in the future you'd like to go for higher studies. So for that, or for any reason, just maintain a decent GPA. You don't have to like study all day long. It's so easy. You're in engineering. You guys know how we do it. Okay. And internships, again, I believe since you're in engineering, we do have the criteria that you have to do 3 internships, in your span of bachelor's degree. So make sure you do that. But as many internships as you do, it will only benefit you. Okay. Um, Next, what do we have? Can we post the projects we made? Yeah, I said, man, you can. You can. I started Android development, but now I'm stuck to game development. I'll try ML next year. I mean, sure, you can. But, like, since you've started Android development, how about you make a few projects? How about you actually do an internship in Android development? Because Android and ML, again, they're totally different fields. But as I said, you have to explore. So try ML. If you find ML more interesting, then just leave Android. Keep exploring. Build this explore mindset, guys. I'm really focusing on it because it's something that I believe in. You have to build an explore mindset. That means we should give everything at least one try. Then that thing will tell us if it is for you or not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to try things. I mean, you will never know if one thing is for you or not, until unless you actually try it for yourself. You can listen to people, you can listen to the experiences. Like, I can tell you, I tried Android, I tried ML, I didn't like them, I did iOS. So it doesn't mean you have to do iOS too. Maybe you like ML more, maybe you'd want to get into artificial intelligence, neural networks and stuff. There are a lot of college assignments and studies, how to manage time for exploring other things. Man, see, this is something that you just have to do. I mean, again, I don't want to just be so blunt and sharp on it, but for my college students, at least, I tell them to ignore college as much as they can. Assignments don't really matter. You can study for college exams like in a few hours, like before the exam, a day before the exam. You don't have to study throughout the year. Like, you just don't have to. And अभी तुम लोग फर्स्ट ईयर में तो तुम्हें लग रहा है यार कैसे मैनेज होगा क्या होगा, सेकंड ईयर तक तुम्हें समझ आ जाएगा क्योंकि फर्स्ट ईयर में होता है कि असाइनमेंट करने, फाइल बनानी है एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ. But जब second year में आओगे, you'll know what to do. You'll know what to do. Okay, you left Android for game development. That's cool, man. That's cool. See, there's scope in everything. And again, since we're talking about these things, there's scope in everything. Don't go for कि अभी machine learning का बहुत ज़्यादा ये craze है तो फिर वो कर लेते हैं. जिस फील्ड में तुम इंटरेस्टेड हो उसमें तुम इतने अच्छे बन जाओ कि कोई तुम्हें रिजेक्ट नहीं कर पाएगा. इन स्कोप हर चीज में रहता ही है, no matter what you do. A lot of people are like, should we do Flutter? Should we do native Android or native iOS? Should we do these cross-platform technologies? And I tell them, do whatever you want to do, but just do it the best. Do it the best as you can. Should we mention our interests apart from tech stuff in our profile, like photography? I mean, sure, you can add it in about section. As I said, about section is about you. You have the freedom to write whatever you want to write. Okay. And I don't remember if there's a hobby section on LinkedIn. If there is, you can add them there. But yeah, definitely in your the about section, you can add that you're interested in photography. Because again, good companies, they do care about the skills you have, but they also care about the soft skills you have. They do care about your overall personality. So it's good to have different hobbies. It's good. Should we attach some unique achievements that we had at the time of schooling? So schooling, that is before grade 12, before joining college. I mean, if they are really unique, you can add them. Since you're in first year, your profile is empty, right? So add those cool things, add those things, so that the whoever like hires you for the first internship, they know that you've done some stuff before, so you are going to do it again. You know. So I feel free to add those things. But again, with time, remove them. Like once you get more experience, once you do more projects, feel free to put them aside. I have two startup. Yeah, they're really unique. Sure, man. Then add them. Go ahead. I have two startup ideas. One on AI, another on game dev. So this year I'll game dev and AI next year. Keep doing you, man. Just keep hustling. Keep trying different things out. Where can I start exploring? I mean, you can really pick anything. Pick anything at random. Because let me tell you, and this is how you decide what you want to do. Like you think about 5 years into the future. आप एक ऑफिस में बैठे हो एंड आप काम कर रहे हो, तो आप उस पॉइंट पे क्या काम अपने आप को करता देख सकते हो. So when I thought about that, I was like, okay, maybe I really enjoy making apps. हम मोबाइल पे ऐप यूज करते हैं, and I was like, shit, maybe I want to try to make these apps. So that's why this visualize, think about what you would probably potentially enjoy working in, and do it. Right. In first year, I'm saying it again and again, first year is the best time to explore. Please don't waste it. अगर आपके सीनियर लोग बोल रहे हैं कि फर्स्ट ईयर में ये करो वो करो, लाइक एंजॉय करो, आई ऑलवेज से नेटफ्लिक्स देखना इंपॉर्टेंट है. लाइक यू हैव टू एंजॉय. ओके. In fact, my first TEDx talk, the title of it was "Don't build a resume, build a life." So that's what I focus on. You have to enjoy, but also you have to make sure that you're doing things for your career. But I hope those things make sense. Now I'll just, if you could just add the presentation again. Let's add the presentation to the screen. Can we put the YouTube channel on LinkedIn that we just started? Should you mention it after? I mean, you can put it. You can put it on your LinkedIn. It doesn't have to be कि 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh subscriber होंगे तभी put करोगे, but you can do it because you're creating content, right? You're putting in the efforts. Can I share the link of an online book on LinkedIn which I wrote? Sure, you can. Go ahead. Go ahead. You can do it. Just be like, I started writing content. I started creating content. And if you guys could give a feedback on it. And LinkedIn is a wonderful place. There's so many people trying to turn it into Facebook. But guys, can we just add yeah, thank you. So there's a presentation. We've seen a few profiles. I guess we've taken a few questions as well. If I missed any questions, guys, feel free to connect with me on Instagram at iSwiftShake, Twitter, LinkedIn, anywhere. Send me a message. I'm more than happy to help you guys. Okay, send me a message. And again, if you want me to mentor you, if you want me to review your LinkedIn profile individually, help you with resume building, and we could do a 30 minutes call where you can really like share your interests with me, and then I can suggest you some things. So make sure you subscribe to channel, turn on the post notifications, take a screenshot, follow me on iSwiftShake, send me that, and I'll select 3 people at random. Okay, and that's all I have to share. That's all from my side. And yeah, one more thing, guys, please check out these persona of these intern series. These are some really good friends of mine, great people. They've talked about everything they did from first year to actually get those internships at these big companies like Facebook, Microsoft, Google. So do check these out. Okay. And also, since you are new, just send me a message on Instagram and I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you what to do. But I guess that's all. It's been 1 hour and we've covered everything. Thank you for being here. Thank you for attending the session. It shows that you're passionate. You've taken the first step, moving towards you attending these sessions, which can benefit you. So yeah, keep at it. That's all from my side.
Okay, so thank you
You
so
want
much,
to
sir,
say
for
anything
this
at the end?
wonderful session. We hope that it was very beneficial for all the participants and expect you to see you super soon with all your YouTube videos and such fruitful sessions. We'll just
Yeah,
add
thank you for
sir's,
attending the session. Thank you for
yeah,
attending the session.
so we'll just add your Instagram handle and LinkedIn profile in the description so that people can follow you there as well.
All right, so I guess we can end the webinar, right?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, sir. That's all.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Thank you for hosting the webinar. See you guys.